Well, good afternoon. I want to say hello to our friends in Marquette, and then also to everyone here. I can see that the sugar has left your body and you're starting to fall asleep. So I'm here hopefully to wake you up a little bit. My name is Dr. Edward J. Manuszak II, he, him. I'm the Executive Director for Early Childhood at the Washtenaw Intermediate School District, and I have the privilege and honor of talking today about the power of relationships. So let's begin. One relationship, though, that I do want to elevate first is that I am married to the best speech and language pathologist in the state of Michigan, and I think she deserves a raise. And the reason I say that is because her boss is actually back there. She works for Lenawee Intermediate School District. So Mark is there, I'm just kidding. She's been there 18 years and she loves it. She absolutely loves it. She loves her work. There you go, okay. Proper negotiation strategy 101. So first, I just wanted to be able to say that power of if you love what you do, it isn't work. It's a privilege, and we get to do this work, which is wonderful. So, telling our story as a WISD. I want to share two really great things that our agency is doing that you can potentially be a part of. The first is the Anti-Racism Toolkit for Preschool. This crosses Head Start, GSRP, community-based organizations, mixed method delivery. You can be a part of this. And we're thrilled because we have a team member, her name is Althea Wilson, who came to, who was a National Head Start Fellow and just finished this year. And Dr. Karen Brenner developed this. And it has 8 focused lessons, and it's over an 8-week period. It's implemented. It was implemented with a pilot, and then we began cohorts 1 and 2 in 2023 and 24. And then this coming year, we are going to expand this work. And how are we going to do that? Well, we have a partnership. Cynthia, thank you, from the Michigan Head Start Collab office. We're receiving some funds that we can expand the work, and we're partnering with Michigan Head Start Association to allow the partnership to expand the work by having them programs sign up from across the state. And this actually is being released today. We're hoping, fingers crossed. And the first session, it's an all-day session. It happens on December the 13th. And then there are 2 remote sessions that'll happen later in the year. And being in this position and having the privilege of speaking with you about this, being an anti-racist is everyone's responsibility, right? We want to make sure that we as an agency are lifting this work up, but also if you are in a position where you have students that are diverse, chances are they're being taught potentially by a person who doesn't look like them. And it's hard to talk about race. So we want to make sure that we do this with intention and deliberate help. So know that this is, we're very excited and proud to lead this work. Additionally, Blockfest. This is something that with my national work that I've been involved with the last 8 years, leading a national early learning cohort for the National Superintendents Association, we've brought to our agency. And it is a preschool STEM family engagement activity that allows us to get out into the community, and we play with blocks and have families come and join us at different points in the community. So it is about building those positive relationships. So here's a picture worth 1,000 words. And you can see that we just are thrilled to be stepping into this space. And we bring the blocks to the location, and then families and children can engage in that work. So this is a great opportunity to talk to you also about the daycare myth. This is a new book by a friend of mine. His name is Dan Worry, and it helps set the stage about what we're going to talk about with this activity that's going to follow in building relationships. This is the current early childhood policy pyramid. And as you can see by the policy pyramid, the daycare myth at the very bottom says care and education are widely understood as separate and distinct, contradicting decades of brain research. So the author, Dr. Dan Worry, promotes a different model. This is the new early childhood policy pyramid. And as you can see, Early childhood supports are a public good available to all children and families, high quality, readily accessible, driven by parental choice and accommodating the needs of individual families, funded comprehensively and proactively, yielding long-term savings to taxpayers, shrinking the size of government and lessening adult dependence on social safety net programs, delivered by a respected, well-trained, and professionally compensated workforce. And then the final one is the widespread public recognition of early years as humankind's most important window of development, early childhood classroom understood as learning laboratories, second only to the home, in the potential to shape academic lifelong success. It's 111 pages. I've spoken to a couple of my friends who are superintendents here today, and this is something that you can do as a book study to help you understand moving that conversation forward with all of these different people that you have that are stakeholders, because it involves parents and policymakers. So if you're interested, this is the screenshot that has the code, so you can get a 20% discount. It was released last month, so it's just off the shelf, and it allows you to have a voice and an understanding of what it looks like to have engagement with elected officials, but also with parents, giving them a voice, giving your staff a voice. So it's a really powerful opportunity. All right, so the activity that you'll be doing today, and then I will turn it back over to Corey after I read this, identifying your stakeholders and your message. And this is really important because I challenge us. I know that today we've talked about B20 or birth to 20. Maybe we also need to think P26, prenatal to age 26, in thinking about how we're going to engage and continue that conversation with all of those individuals that we interact with on a daily basis. So, your name tag, list letters for your breakout group. So I have my name tag, I have my letter. It'll be in the same room as your table, so along the walls, around the outside edges, you'll find the chart paper on the wall that matches your letter. If you find a group needs more space, you can feel free to take your paper to a nearby table or out into the hallway. And then on your chart paper, you will find an early childhood stakeholder listed, so you can see them listed here. So you've got families, community members, board members, legislators, lobbyists, local district leaders, and so on. Your job as a group will be to answer these questions. What do these stakeholders need to know? Think about this as an elevator speech. So you want to make sure you're concise with what you put down. And what do we want them to do? And then I'll turn things over to Corey.
Thanks, Eddie. Just following up on the directions, as Eddie mentioned, your name tag and your poster are in the same room. Kyle is in this room. If you'll raise your hand and look back here, this is where AA starts, and it moves around the room this way, so you can kind of mentally find your letter. In the room next door, letter A starts in the very front right-hand corner by the entry doors and moves around the room. Chart paper markers are underneath your chart paper or on your floor below your chart paper. So take a look for that marker, and we'll meet back here when we're finished.